Prosecco is flowing. So you know where we're going. We're going on a backlot tour, and I'm your tour guide, Captain Zach, and as with me always is the Beans.
Or Jana.
No.
And it sounded like you're about to say something other than beans.
You know, like every once in a while, I'm thinking about like throwing you a curveball to see how you react. And you always react the same way. You're like, oh, Jana.
That's my name.
What are we talking about today, Beans? Or Jana?
We are talking about
That was aggressive.
Bay Lake Tower at the Contemporary. We stayed there on our last trip.
Why are you smiling so much?
I don't know.
What's happening over there? You look insane.
You get mad when I don't smile.
What?
I don't know. You're always like, you don't smile
What if I
enough.
called you out for like not smiling on a podcast?
Not on a podcast, just in life.
Well, when you're doing voiceover and you smile, you automatically come across as happier. Are you trying to come across as happy right now?
No, because I'm mad at Bay Lake Tower.
This is like, yeah, okay.
But I am having fun? Question mark.
Fun and like right now?
Sure.
This is fun.
Yes.
Is it?
Is it not? Why are we doing this if it's not?
All right. Here, folks. We're packing up. All right, tell us about Bay Lake.
Bay Lake. It's part of the Contemporary. It's DVC.
Are we gonna get a whole history? What is this shit?
No, I don't know. Okay, so we stayed at Bay Lake Tower on our last trip.
I'm gonna give you my positives.
No, well, let's not jump in right there.
There's not that many.
Okay, so I'm just gonna preface this. We stayed there back in February 2019 in just a normal deluxe studio on DVC. We had our friends Katie and Ryan staying with us. Olivia was about 2.5 months old, maybe a little bit older than that.
Yeah.
And this was also the trip that I got pink eye on. That was not fun. But I remember when we stayed there in 2019, we were just like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's awesome. We're, like right next to the park. We can walk there within, 10 minutes or less. So every time that we've gone to Disney World, I always want to get Bay Lake. And it's not our home resort, so we have to wait until we are 7 months out from our trip to try to book it. So I will usually get the Floridian, our home resort, at 11 months out. And then when that 7-month mark hits, I try to get a different resort that's, not as expensive or just one that we want to try out. And I always try to get Bay Lake. And by the time the 7-month mark hits, it's always gone. And finally, I was able to get it. They only had a Lakeview room available, which is a little bit more
This is too much
expensive.
Backstory for this.
No, because I'm building.
Building what? A mystery?
I'm building a mystery.
We're going to get sued by Sarah McLachlan. Or no. Is it Sarah McLachlan?
Sarah McLachlan.
We're going to get sued. Just because we mentioned that. I'm sorry, I destroyed your mystery. I don't know where you're going with this. This is so much information. This is like a
Okay, well,
dump.
we finally got it. We were excited to stay there. And we get up to our room and we're just kind of like, this is a little small. I will say we got pixie dusted a little bit because we had like a partial theme park view room when we had only paid for like a lake view.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we could see.
It was like right there.
We could see the castle. We saw fireworks like crazy.
Our location was absolutely perfect.
We could see gators gators or logs. We weren't sure.
I think it's a gator.
We could see Tron really well and Space Mountain.
The fireworks, every night.
Yeah. So that was cool. You can obviously walk in 10 minutes, which is awesome because I absolutely hate parking at the Magic Kingdom.
And you get your own like little security entrance that has like nobody in it, which is so nice.
And at the end of the night, you walk home and you're there,
Mm-hmm. So location wise, absolutely wonderful.
Everything else
sucked. It's like these rooms need an update so badly. And I know that they updated the rest of the Contemporary, like the main building and the garden wing, the non-DVC parts. And those rooms are like amazing. They're new, they're crisp, they're well done.
These are crisp.
They are crisp.
They're crisp.
So I was just really disappointed with this. But you have a whole list.
I have a list. All right. First off, whether you're in, I'm not sure if it's in moderates. I think it was still because in Port Orleans, I think it was still in there. I don't bring shampoo or conditioner anymore because I'm expecting the pumps in the wall to be there.
Yeah.
Because I hate the little things they always give you in like hotels, but Disney lately has just had like a normal size pump bottle attached to the wall. So you don't have to like constantly be like, where's the shampoo?
Yeah. Well, they did that to reduce their plastic waste,
Yeah.
you know, and
it's got
so people
body
weren't having to
wash.
request more amenities. It probably saves
Exactly.
them a lot of money doing that.
This one did not have that. So I was like,
Yeah. And it's been like a few years since they did that whole overhaul. So it's very strange that it's not there. And then on that note too, the TV was so
hold on, I'm getting
tiny.
it. It says, I just have small ass TV. It just like, it looked like it was refurbished back in like 2005. And they're like, this is crushing it. It was like a 32-inch.
Bay Lake Tower wasn't around in 2005.
Oh, wow. There's no excuse then for this thing. Because it was like, it was like 3 inches thick. And if anyone knows anything about TVs, that's insane for a TV nowadays. And
you know, like all the TVs now are updated with like the kind of resort specific home screen. And then you have like the menu selection options to like watch bedtime stories or actually go to the TV and watch things or actually see like the different little Disney channels and stuff. And this one is just like you turn it on and it's the screen that has like the music playing and it just shows the different park hours, which I mean, I absolutely love that screen. I could listen to that all day,
I listened all day.
but that TV was just awful.
I mean, yeah, it was not good.
The sleep timer did not work.
Which is as important to you because you like falling asleep to TV or just.
But I don't want it on all night. I just want it on while I'm falling
I
asleep.
wanted to
and then-
sleep.
yeah.
Well, we've had it on. I've woken up like 2 hours later and you've left it on in our room. And I'm just like, what is going on?
No, because I usually just set it for 90 minutes to 2 hours. So you've woken up before it's gone off.
I don't know. There's also no USB plugs, which is another thing I'm used to too. Because it's like, I'll have the bricks and stuff to charge, but usually now in the lamps or in the wall, they have a direct USB. This one had nothing in there, barely any outlets actually. That was my other complaint. That was really weird. The room was so poorly laid out that it was just like, yeah, the room was tiny. It was hard to navigate, especially if you have like the pull-out bed down, because we had that down pretty much the whole time because our kids were sleeping on that.
Well, I gotta say, I stayed in a Pop Century room back in August before I went on the Star Cruiser trip with a few of the other travel agents. And I kid you not when I say that Pop Century was a bigger room. Like for the living space, it was bigger than the Contemporary or, you know, Bay Lake Tower because it is separate.
Well, I think the whole problem is the way they did that kitchen, which we thought was so clever when the first time we stayed there. It's like a canal of a kitchen. So you got their own little space. And they have like one of those like pull out drawers on like the really thin ones. It's like you can put like jars of stuff.
It'd be like a spice rack at home and like
Yeah.
canned goods and stuff.
And there's like another one behind you that has like a bunch of shelf space. But there's no place to cook anything. So I'm like, why do you need all this space for like food when you're not going to use it? Because you go into the bathroom.
And yet still
And
there's no counter space.
There's no counter space at all in the bathroom. Nothing. And I'm just like, what do we like? Because you have a shitload of stuff.
It was a tiny, tiny bathroom, and it had like 3 little shelves on the side, but they were almost inaccessible with
They
where
were like
they
an
were.
enclave. They were like little caves of shelves, and you had to like go into like the side of the vanity to like look in there.
Again, like a value resort between the dollying station that a value resort has, and then the actual, you know, tub and toilet room that's by itself. Like that was larger than the entire bathroom that we
felt
had in the
It felt
Contemporary.
like we're on a cruise ship.
But
Not
not
even-
well done.
Yeah, it was very just poorly laid out.
Because like even the cruise ships, like Disney cruise ships, they have underbed storage for the luggage, and this did not have that.
Yeah, it was all in all just I had more notes, but they're all like the same thing. It's just like dated as fuck, Oh, and aggressive maids. Good Lord.
Oh, so aggressive.
They were like, they just busted in one time. Like literally
We had the privacy sign on the door. We were there taking a nap before we were heading out into the park, but you had just gone and gotten in the shower.
I was in the shower and I heard like knocking, and like everyone's literally asleep for the first time ever. And I'm like, I hope that's next door, because we have the sign out. We always had the sign out because we're like, don't bother us. Don't come in here. Don't worry about it. We'll collect the trash. Stay away. This lady just like comes on in, and like, I'm like, hello, we're in here taking a nap. Get the fuck out. Like, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. We don't pay attention to the signs. I'm just like, what? What we could have just been doing like you don't know what you're going to open the door to. We're in here. So yeah. And you complained, and they're like, well, we're not the people to complain to. You got to complain to the other service. And we're like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Well, I only complained because they did it a second time, like on a different day.
Yeah, they came in again. I mean, the thing about the DVC portions, or like when there's a separate hotel that's like, and there's only like two, it's like they should still have like a small like store at least in like there. That is one of those things I'm just like, why isn't there a little tiny store in here to get like milk, or like they have like waffles always, or like drinks and stuff? They didn't even have that in this, so you have to like trek all the way over back to Contemporary.
Well, it's the same thing at the Grand Floridian,
yeah,
you know. And if you look at,
but theirs is like a bunch of different places though,
right? But
whereas this is just two main ones.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and the Garden Wing.
Yeah, so it's like it doesn't make as much sense to me. I'm like, why wouldn't there be like something? Because they have space. It's like you could just put a tiny like gift shop here. Also, a gift shop would make you a ton more money, because you know you going in there all the time, because you're like, I just gotta see how much stuff I can get.
Like a moth to a flame when it comes to gift shops.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, where's your gift shop? And they're just like, we don't have one. And we're like, well, big mistake, huge. And you show up all your bags all of a sudden that you just didn't even have before. I just ran over to the Contemporary side and bought all their stuff. You're welcome.
Like, cool, same company.
They're like, we don't give a fuck. Who are you? Leave. Or we'll send maids up to your room.
The pool was good.
Yeah, that was fine.
Pool was fine. And nothing really to write home about. It wasn't as themed as like the other pools are.
I mean, it had a cool slide.
Yeah, it had a really big slide.
The kids liked the slide. There was like a beach thing. I'm terrified of going anywhere near like the beaches there, just because of, I don't care if they're roped off. Alligators are smart.
They can climb trees.
Ugh, new fear unlocked. Thanks for telling me that.
I've sent you videos on it.
I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to know they can do these things. Because now I'm not going over there.
I thought you were about to say that you're not going in a tree.
Have you? I'm not climbing the trees. They might be hiding and they're waiting for me. I've seen them jump out of the water like 6 feet.
They're just waiting to drop on top of you.
I'm just going to drop. Great. Thanks.
What else did you have on your list?
I mean, that was pretty much it.
I'm just really disappointed, you know, because like it has potential just to be like this amazing, great resort, especially given the location. But it's kind of like they're mailing it in on the rooms because of the location.
Yeah.
I feel like
they've been coasting on their laurels for too long.
Yeah. But it's like one of those that I'm just...
We liked it so much the first time we stayed there.
We did. And staying in this room now, I'm just like, how did we put four
adults,
people?
4 adults and a child.
Yeah, who had a pack and play.
I don't know how we did that.
I don't either.
With like a stroller in the room, because we always had that in the room, like a dum-dum. What was a smaller stroller?
Didn't.
Yeah, we did.
We weren't leaving it in the trunk of the car?
No, we were leaving it in the kitchen.
Oh, we're stupid.
Yeah, we were dumb. But it was just the single, though. It wasn't as big.
Well, still, it's...
Still stupid.
Yeah.
We dumb.
But here's how we... Oh, one more thing. The lighting in that room was just like non-existent. Like,
I mean, I don't care about lighting
in the
usually.
kitchen, in the bathroom, in the bedroom.
It was dim.
There was hardly any lighting. It's like doing my makeup in the morning, I'd have to like go sit pretty much on the balcony to get light.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the nicest thing, though, besides walking, was like I would sit out on the balcony and just watch the fireworks usually.
Yeah, because it rained a lot. So we'd be back in the room.
Yeah, so we'd be back
already.
in the room. And like I was like, oh,
but they still do fireworks as long as it's not thunder and lightning.
Well, we tried to do it at the top of the World Lounge. And
it started pouring.
Started raining. And like the kids couldn't even see over the edge, which is good because you don't want them to be able to
accidentally fall.
Yeah, fall. But when we were in our room, I was like, oh man, this is great because you could see everything and it's not that loud. And all the cars' alarms were going off in the parking lot. It was pretty funny because it was so close and so loud. But like, I think like they came outside for like 3 minutes and they're like, this is too loud. And then just went back in and watched cartoons. And I was like, you guys are crazy.
They don't appreciate
You got like
anything.
a front row seat to these fireworks with no one around us.
They don't understand how good of a room or good of a location that is.
Yeah.
How special it is to see
It
fireworks
was all
in a
that
room.
location on that. It's like, that's all they got though.
Yeah.
The room's
But
pretty
okay,
crap.
so here's the thing, you know, like I said,
what's the one? What are the ones in the actual hotel like then in the Contemporary? Are they like updated?
yes, they're all updated.
So ours were shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's separate, you know. Like DVC is separate from regular Disney rooms. Like they're responsible for their own updates and they have their own schedules that they go by that are like different from the rest of the resorts.
But the Polynesian ones are good.
Because those are new. Those are like pretty much brand new. Polynesian came out in 2015 or 2016.
Who's building?
2015.
Is it Floridian building the new ones or is it Polynesian?
Polynesian.
They're building more.
Yeah. Well, they're building. Don't quote me on this, but I think
I
they're
will
building.
quote you on this.
I think they're building like
6 new rooms.
I think it's gonna have more deluxe studios, but also villas that are not the bungalows.
Not the water ones.
Yeah.
Because those are insanely expensive.
Insanely expensive, and it's like 3 bedrooms or something, and it's like there are people who, you know, it's like I just want 1 bedroom at the Poly, or you know, a 2 bedroom. So I think they're accommodating that, but I can't fully remember if it's going to be villas or if it's just going to to be more deluxe
It
studios.
still looked pretty far away from being complete. It was just like metal scaffolding, and that was kind of
Yeah.
the bare bones were up. Bar.
Yeah, you know, they're slow to build anything.
Anyways, I mean, there's not much more to say about this. It's just like it was a fine trip, but it was like that hotel. I was
Okay,
looking
but
forward to it. I think that's why.
Here's the thing you have to think about too.
I don't want you to tell me what to think about.
No, like, okay, so like I said, we had originally booked a Lakeview room and we got pixie dusted with a theme park view room. Take away that view, how would that stay have actually been?
If we were staring like
Just at the lake.
to the east more, where it was just Florida, I would have been like, it's kind of fucking close.
Yeah. And last time when we stayed, we also had a Lakeview room, but we were looking out more over where like Bay Lake meets Seven Seas Lagoon, and we could see and hear the electric parade every night. The water pageant.
Yeah, we couldn't see the electric parade from where we were, which is kind of a
Because it
bummer.
would turn off by the time it got to our part of the lake.
Well, it wouldn't even come over there.
No, what I saw it.
Oh,
It was going to park.
lame.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the fireworks, and we saw Tron, and
Yeah.
Space Mountain all lit up.
And you could see the railroad.
Yeah, you could see and hear
train.
everything from where you were.
Yeah.
So.
It was, this thing is very magical.
It was very magical.
But it's like if you take away that view, you're just in a tiny, crappy, overpriced room.
Oh yeah, I think that's the other thing is like we were looking forward to it so much. Then we got there, we're like,
Maybe we built it up too much in our own minds.
well, we had a good time the last time.
Do you think it's because Katie and Ryan were there with us?
Yeah, I think so. It was a magical trip that Katie destroyed a snail.
I had pink eye.
Yeah, good trip though.
It was.
We heard about the worst case scenario,
And then we lived it.
and we lived it. It was a really inside baseball there. But Katie and Ryan, if they listen, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know what they're talking about," and everyone's like, "What?"
Okay.
Anyways, final thoughts.
I'm never going to try to book Bay Lake Tower again.
Yeah, until they update.
Until they update, unless we just have the points to do a 1-bedroom villa with a theme park view.
Our balls are in your court, Contemporary.
Yep.
You have our demands. Take us home.
There's a great big pretty okay tomorrow.
Shining at the end of every day.
Not for the Contemporary
Not for the Contemporary.
Bay Lake Tower.
Not for the Bay Lake Tower.